Organized?
Organized. Where did that word come from? Well, it's from the Spaniards. Okay, back when the conquistadors wanted to get the gold from the Aztecs, they came in on ships and stuff, and they used horses to organize their attack. Hence the
So how
name
does that explain
organized
where organized came
transportation.
from?
Because the conquistadors came in an organized fashion to attack the Aztecs for their gold. Get it?
And they
Got it?
didn't have a
Good.
word for organized yet?
Nope. And then they came up with organized transportation, and they're like, that's some organized shit right there.
Nah, dude, we're fine. We needed this. We need to
What?
have public transportation for the public, you know? That's the whole point.
That's the whole part of the public part.
Exactly.
Private transportation, like, wouldn't be for
Hence
the
my nether
public.
portal.
See, that's private transportation.
Mm-hmm. Because of the name private in it. Good evening, Taylor. I didn't give you that earlier, but there's some that for
So, what is the whole top fucking cyan as well?
you. Holy, why?
Taylor, the stream feels like a very close-up view of your forehead.
Okay.
My neck is like physically hurting from doing this.
What?
You're just staring
Well, it depends
off.
if they make public ones or private.
Public or private ones?
Yeah.
Am I just an idiot? I am an idiot. Okay, cool.
No, it is pretty hard to understand. Like, it gets confusing. The private one is only for private use, you know. Special people have it, where the public is actually for everybody. The public.
What are you
it's
talking
for the
about?
public and the private.
Just listen.
Transportation. Yeah, I'm explaining it all.
Yeah, he explained transportation to you.
I'm not talking about transportation. I'm talking about how I went and made a bunch of red terracotta, and I only made 8, and I placed it all, and I'm like, where the fuck did all my terracotta go?
Yeah,
Oh, well, we were talking about transportation.
yeah, transportation. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 mil. Yeah, there's actually 2 different types of transportation.
It's okay. They can't hurt you, Jeremy. It's okay. The transportation can't hurt you.
Well, actually,
I
it
don't
depends
know.
what it depends.
There's
what
kind.
type
It depends
is.
what types, because there's 2 different types. Right? There's private and public.
And it just doesn't make sense to me, because why can't it just be like, oh yeah, black terracotta is black. Cyan terracotta is cyan. No, cyan terracotta is gray. Black terracotta is brown. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Scientifically, brown equals black.
Yeah.
You know, if in case you didn't know that.
But it depends on the different types of transportation.
Because there's 2
It
types.
depends on what type
Because there's
If
two
you're
types of
talk-
transportation.
if you're talking about terracotta, black is definitely brown. But we all know this.
Yes. But again, depends on the
So,
transportation.
yeah.
It all depends on the transportation, okay?
Nah, don't even get me started on organized transportation. That's just.
What's organized transportation?
Oh, don't even get me started.
Oh, he got me. Oh, he got me started.
You got me riled up.
Oh,
dude.
you
Just
can't
Tell me
leave
that
us on a
pisses me
cliffhanger.
off more than
started.
organized
All right, I
transportation.
won't get you started. Okay, you got me started, I guess.
Oh, don't leave us hanging, dude. Tell us
All
about
right,
these
so
organized
there's
transportation.
actually 2 types of transportation. There's private, and there's public, right? Just kidding, dumbasses. There's 3 types.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So, first type, public transportation. For the public can use it. That means everybody. Second type, what is that? Private. Only certain people can use it. Not to get confused with public, because public is for everybody. The whole entire public can use it. Not where private, only certain private people can use it.
Mhm.
Organized transportation. Now that's when things get confusing. Okay.
Yeah.
So, say you have a group of people wanting to go to the ballroom dance,
Carpooling.
right? You're not going to use public transportation because you're going to look like a damned idiot out there in your tuxedo on public transportation. You're not going to use private transportation because not everybody who goes to the ballroom dance has private transportation. So therefore, you go with the outside source, which is organized
Limit.
transportation.
It even makes me sick just thinking about it, you know? Yeah.
You got me started, man. I told you not to.
You know, Khalil, you got your private transportation as in the Elytra. I think that's all you need, bud. It's way faster than any.
Don't
you
even
got
get started.
personalized
Flying.
transportation. Oh.
Just use
Well,
the
you can't
bus,
leave us
am I
hanging
right?
like that.
All right, so there's two types of transportation, right? It's public, right? That's for the public to use, not to get confused with private, where private's for the private people, not the public people. Public transportation is used for all people of the public, right?
But I thought that
Then-
I thought private was only for your no area to go.
All,
That's
you
what my-
know, that's
Oh.
We're
fine, that's
getting there, we're
perception.
getting there.
We'll get there.
We get there when we get there.
Okay.
All right, and then private transportation is used for the private people, not to get confused with public transportation, because public transportation is used for all people, right? And those are the only two types of transportation. Psych, you idiot! There's more than that. All right, there's three. Okay.
Oh, you got
I thought
me.
there was
Public
four.
transportation.
You got me there.
No, you've been mistaken. Anyways,
What
there's
happened
three.
to organized?
Oh, there's three. I'm getting there. Right, there's public for the public people to use, not to get confused with private. Right, and then there's private, not to get confused by public, which is only for private people, not public people, so only certain people can use it.
That's weird.
And then there's organized transportation, which is kind of a mixture of the two, but more for like group settings, you know, parties, fondue parties, stuff like that, swimming pool, stuff like that, right? Those
Fondue
are the
parties,
three types of transportations.
specifically.
Psych, just kidding. There's more, you idiots.
Oh shit.
Personalized transportation. Where did that word come from? Well, it's a Greek word, okay? And it came from the Latins when they invaded Greece and came up with that word. And personalized transportation is used for the personnel of whom it considers to be a part of. And so that's more of like, I've got some Heelys on my feet and I'm going to use them. That's personalized because you own that personally. Not to get confused with public transportation, where the whole personal
It's like
people
a
own
ratings
it.
of a fucking
right?
homeless person. Holy shit.
A homeless
I am,
man comes
I
in
am
and gets your
absolutely
class.
enthralled in this. I'm not gonna lie. This is taking up all of my attention at this point. I bet I could get a hobo to like dance for me, like, no. The public transportation season pass, dude.
The public
They
transportation.
also have
is
a
so
battle
fucking
pass
boring.
too.
We stopped talking about
Public transportation 2020.
Battle pass.
I don't believe you.
Hey.
Eh.
Ah! Motherfucker, no one attacks me on public transportation.
Oh, shit.
Because that's for the public. No,
don't have the
kick
speed
your
boost
ass, you
anymore.
son of a bitch.
Where the fuck do you go, Khalil? You're not here yet.
I
I'm
am.
stuck in an ice.
Oh, there you are.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone, dude.
There ain't no law on the public transportation.
Holy shit, it's fucking terrifying. It's an endless route. Dude, go away from me, bro. Oh my god, dude. I didn't do it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ah!
Holy shit!
Yep.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Ah!
Get his ass, boys! This is the public transportation police force!
We're not even there, Jeremy, okay? I'm sorry.
Yep. This is terracotta is the clay
Goodbye,
looking one.
transportation police force. Haha.
No, no,
Yeah,
he's using the
maybe-
private. He's using the personal transportation system. I have no power over that. Alas, you have defeated the public transportation system.
What does an Uber driver classify as?
Right? So that's that kind of depends, all right? We've got
Wouldn't
our
it be
4
public?
classes,
No,
right?
no, we have two types
We've
of
got
transportation.
private. Shit. Yep.
Yeah.
We got
The
2
side-
different types of transportation. We got public and private. Public is for everybody to use, like, and they can use that whenever they want. It might cost something, but it's generally for the public to use. All right. And then our second and final one is private transportation. Now that's only for the privates of the people and of the world to use. Okay, so if you're not private, you can't use it. And those are the 2.
Does it feel like going
Just
to
kidding,
like,
idiot. There's more than that.
It's like a
Okay.
class that you already know like most like what's going to happen in that class, and they just talk about shit that you already know. It seems so basic. Like
Listen, I'm just trying to fill up this course load, okay? This is a semester-long class. I could teach in 5 minutes. I'm just trying to get through it all.
Or
Or
previous
it-
lecture.
was that fucking?
It would not really be considered personal transportation, right? Because it's not your property. Like when we discussed
But-
earlier about the Heelys, that was your property. Therefore, it is private. Or it's not private, it's personal transportation, my bad.
Publicized transportation.
Transportation.
Privatized public transportation. There we go.
There we go.
Those are the words.
Privatized public transportation.
Wouldn't it be publicized private transportation?
Well, not really, because not
No,
everyone
because it's
can
public
access it,
transportation.
right?
Like anybody can get an Uber.
No,
But-
Well, that's not
no,
necessarily
guys,
true
guys.
because you need a credit card to get an Uber, and you have to
Okay,
have a
but here's
phone
the
to
thing.
get an
You also
Uber,
need money to ride the fucking bus.
right? But you don't need.
You don't
say
need a credit
homeless
card.
Person. A
You don't need a
homeless person
phone.
couldn't get an Uber because they don't have a phone usually. They usually don't have a credit card either. But a subway, right? You can go up to the subway station and toss in $5, and it'll get you there.
But actually, it kind of depends, right? Because there's 2 different types of transportation. There's public and private. So public,
Yes, there is, and those are the only 2, right?
Oh, but psych.
Well, psych, you dumbass. There's more than that.
Fucking idiots. Bro, fuck stairs. Am I right, dog?
That's why I put the stonecutter down, Taylor.
Oh no, it's like in real life.
In real life, what's so bad about stairs?
You gotta like walk up them and shit.
Oh yeah, you gotta walk. Walking's such a pain in the ass.
If there ain't no fucking escalator, I don't go.
So if
And
you
I
ever
don't go upstairs in my house. I
So
just
here's
don't
what you do.
that.
If you push Taylor down the stairs into a basement, he'll never leave.
Yeah.
He's like a sim.
Taylor's going up, boys. He's gone. He has ascended.
I
Join
had a
us.
concussion.
Join us.
Ow, fuck.
Pissed, man.
So apparently he doesn't like to be sheared. Only one thing gets me going more than
The
public,
llama spit.
private, than transportation. It's when my girl looks at me in the eyes and she's like, meh. Like, and some people get excited when like a girl puts their hair up in a ponytail. I get excited when my
she, like,
girl goes
reaches back.
That's just when I get going.
You let out my fucking. If you let out my fox, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Taylor.
Not gonna lie, I think my belly craves some orange juice. Too bad the class isn't on public transportation.
Shut up. Shut up. You know this. You already know this, Jeremy. Okay, look, there's 2 types of fucking public transportation. Okay?
That's what I'm saying! Alright, you got public transportation and you got private transportation.
Understand.
Organized
Yeah,
don't even
that's
get
the
me
show.
started on organized transportation. Like, organized
Yeah.
transportation, now that is just, oh my god, it gets me hard just thinking about it.
Whoa, what?
Oh my
Hard.
god, it's like a lightsaber.
Jeremy, could you explain to me the private transportation system one more time?
No, don't get me started, man. Alright, so there's basically 2 types of public transportation, or transportation in general, right? So you start off with the basic, and you got public transportation. And a lot of you think that public transportation is just for the public people. That's where you're correct, because there's a different type of transportation for those not incorporated with the public transportation set. And what is that, you might ask? Well, I might have an answer for you. It is the private transportation system. Now, the private transportation, you might be thinking it's just for the private people. Well, you're right. Okay, because if it wasn't, then you'd use the private or the public. I mean, but since they're
Whoa.
Was that part of the lecture?
that was not fell down the hole, and that's all we got.
People,
Mm-hmm.
are you fucking high?
High on the transportation system because it doesn't just stay to the ground; it goes to the air, the sea, and the land.
Excuse me, where's the guy that normally teaches our quantum physics 2 class?
He's fucking dead. He's in a closet.
Whoa, whoa.
They're teaching you guys about quantum physics. Whoever uses that. Now answer me this. Who uses the public transportation system?
The entire class raises their hand.
Exactly!
I'm not in Drew's place, okay?
Uh-oh. I made it oof oof.
Oh. Holy fuck. I
Holy shit! Oh, I water bucketed myself. It's fine. You're a fucking asshole. Oh
Jeremy.
my god.
I'm just waiting for this to backfire and come straight up the hole.
I'm dead. Making him do that thing that Michael Jackson does in The Smooth Criminal.
That's it, folks.
Well. Oh, shit. Ha!
No!
You're
You know what
gone.
is sad? I've asked more questions to Jeremy than I have in any college class. Like,
You love public transportation.
I just love that public transportation. There's so many mysteries that the world has yet to solve. Public transportation.
That's why there's this class.
The 31st of February. Is that our final? There's not more to this class. How many credits are we getting?
At least 17.
Pog.
I'm sticking around.
What type of credit are they?
Bus tokens.
Dan hobo, Dan hobo, Dan hobo, Dan hobo. Kick it, a hobo. Dan hobo, Dan hobo, Dan hobo. For me.
Thanks for watching.